The 23-year-old Brooklynite, Justine Skye, is preparing to introduce the world to a new era of her artistry, one rooted in authenticity and truly embodying who she is. Signed to Roc Nation, Justine is coming with a purpose on her new single Build, filled with empowerment and self-improvement. This is Millennials in Music, with your host, Zeplyn Tillman. Justine Skye, thank you so much for being here with me today. I really enjoy your music.
Thank you.
So
I like the little dance you did, like when you said that.
We'll start with that. Just for you personally, like right now, what's like top of mind things that you're thinking about, just like in your life?
What I'm thinking about right now,
Yeah,
honestly, is just about like remaining in a positive space because there's so much negativity that's just like right at the forefront. Like as soon as you open your phone, there's something like ridiculous happening, or a text message that you don't like, or it's just like it's literally right in your hands, everything that can like switch your mood. And I feel like for me, I've let that control my emotions for so long, and it's affected just my social life, my work life, and family. And I feel like I'm at a point in my life, like I'm 23 now, and I'm at a point where I don't want to let that control me. Like I want to have more control over my emotions and over my happiness, and not feel like it's impossible, or that it's not like real, or not like something that I can have. Like it's not like sometimes there's so many like things that make you feel like the world is such like awful place, and you have to just like step back and like, you know what, I'm so grateful for all these things that I have in my life, all the people that I have in my life. They may not be perfect, but they're here for a reason, and they are part of your story. And that helps me like with the music that I'm creating now, and just with my mental.
I also want to talk about your goals and ambitions related to that, right? Because I feel like you hear the phrase sometimes, you know, where your energy goes, or where your focus flows, your energy goes, and that sort of thing. So what are kind of like your goals and ambitions that you're personally focusing on in your life right now at 23?
Right now, I'm just making sure that the music that I'm making is like extremely authentic.
Okay.
Because I feel like I was at a point where I was just saying like yes to like everything, and like not really putting my foot down. I was just being very passive.
Like the songs that people
yeah,
were
like I would just be, everyone was
you.
like, no, this is it, this is great, gotta do this, gotta do that. I'm like, okay, all right, well, you guys know that, but it's like, I know best, because it's me, I'm the one that's presenting it, and a lot of people, there's so many like opinions in this industry, and like people who think they know what's like best for you, and sometimes it might be right, and sometimes you just gotta listen to yourself, and it's really kind of like a 50-50 situation. Absolutely. But for the most part, like I'm in a place where I'm just like listening to my instincts.
Do you feel like Ultraviolet represented of that point?
I felt like that was the first step to doing so. I definitely feel like there were some things on there that I didn't like, and there are some things that I love the most, which is songs that I wish I pushed harder for, to like be like singles. But that whole project in general, I felt like was the first step for me not being so like passive and like speaking up and saying this is what I like, this is what I don't like. And that's why I'm really excited for this new music, because I'm really taking my time too. I felt like we kind of like rushed Ultraviolet.
Really?
There was a whole other project like before that. Okay. Like way different songs. And I felt like at the time
that we never heard.
Yeah, that you guys never heard. And I feel like, and I just trashed all of it. And then we started again, and now we were like chasing like a date. So we were just like, oh, we gotta get this done, we gotta get this done, we gotta get to this date. And it was kind of like, we did the best that we could do for the short amount of time, and just like restarting. And I feel like, all right, now I'm in a position where like, I don't wanna be like rushing. And I'm looking at all my peers, and I'm seeing like how much time and like effort that they're putting into like making sure their sound is the way they want it to be, no matter how many fans are complaining or how many people are saying like, oh, they're like, where's the music? Like, people are really, it's not about like chasing the hype. Like, it's about making sure that you're really and truly in love with what you're putting out and presenting to the world, because that's what people are going to judge you based off of. Not that you should just be paying attention to like the opinions and stuff online, but you do. Like, you see it, and sometimes it can affect you. And no matter how many people there are, like, running the machine of this artist, because there's so many people in the background. There's so many people like telling you to just do this and just do that. Like, at the end of the day, you're the person that faces all the criticism, 100%. And you're the person that people are gonna be like, you suck, or you're great, and like, so you really have to make sure that you're making the right decisions.
Where does motivation for you come into as a part of, you know, the new music that you have coming out and, you know, some of your goals and ambitions? What's motivating you at this point? The
change that has like happened in my life.
Personal life?
Yeah, my personal life.
Yeah.
And just me as a woman, like, my views on like a lot of things have changed, and just knowing like who I was and who I am like now, like that motivates me, and just like knowing that things can change. Like, some people feel like they're stuck in their ways and like this is it for them. And seeing other artists change as well too, just people, not even artists, just people like change their lives around. That's extremely motivating for me. And
yeah, it's kind of like a evolution.
Yeah. So
as you kind of evolve as a person, then you're motivated to be able to share that with the world.
And also, strangely, like, this might seem cliche, but like the doubters, like, that's extremely like motivating. It used to like discourage me, and now it's just like I can't wait.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna like, it's just, even Cardi B is such a like great example.
Okay.
Because people were doubting her so much in the beginning, and as well as like many artists, like even like SZA in the beginning, 100%. Like, like I was a SZA fan like from forever.
Day one.
Like, so when she started like popping off like mainstream, I was just like, wow, like this is so motivating, because like people, like fans, like the rest of the world, the general public, like they just like give up so fast, and which is understandable. I mean, like, we're in 2018, things are moving at such a fast pace, so you can't let like that discourage you as an artist. Like, if you're really, really doing what you love, then that will show, and your time will come. Like, timing is everything, and everyone's time isn't right now.
I know you're a music lover, so I want to play a quick music game with you.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you zoomed in album covers back when you were in high school, or what would have been your high school period.
Oh, boom.
And you're gonna tell me what album covers they are. Now, they're super easy. I didn't want to make them really difficult.
No, I love a challenge.
Okay. Oh, well,
I'm not scared to like fail.
I should have made them more challenging then. All right, well, we'll start with this one. This one is probably a little bit of a cheat code, but we'll start with this.
That is Unapologetic Rihanna.
Okay. Talk to me about just like, I mean, obviously you all are label mates, right? You all are technically,
yeah,
right?
We used to rock
to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Has she been influential to you, impactful?
Oh, 1000%. Just like in the way that she's like unapologetically herself, and I can also like tell, like in the beginning, she was like being an artist, like listening to everyone say doing like these pop songs, and then like you know, like when she switched and started to like say like, all right, this is what I'm doing, and I don't really care, but like it worked. Like, it really like worked for her, and like her journey is just like super inspiring to me. And even the fact that she's like branching off into like other things, like philanthropic deeds and just cosmetics, clothing, and she's just like, she's really, really such an inspiration, like all around, and just like truly doing what you want to do. And another example of someone who's like not listening to the hype or the pressure of people like, where's your music, where's your album? She's like taking her time and making sure that it's the way it needs to be, not the way that, and not just music.
Yeah, just to put it out because the fans are bothering her.
Yeah.
I feel that. All right, next one.
That is Kendrick Lamar.
Okay. Which one?
I know it's Kendrick though. Wait, is it not Kendrick?
You tell me.
Oh wait, no, that's not Kendrick. It's I feel like it's Schoolboy Q, and I don't know the album that well.
All right. So Schoolboy Q's final answer?
I don't know. Eric knows.
This is phone a friend.
Phone a friend
It's your
connector.
lifeline, right?
Okay, wait, hold on.
Oh,
It was
what?
just.
Oh, no. Okay.
I don't know. It's Q.
Okay. All right. It's Good Kid, Mad
Oh
City.
fuck. But oh damn. Well, I got it right the first time.
You did get it right.
Oh, it's like Kendrick.
So.
No, I need another one. You don't have another one.
I don't have another one.
At least I got one of them.
You did get one of them. I want to talk about K-Dot because not this album, but on his last album, Damn, he has a song called Fear, where he pretty much, I guess he was like 29 when he made the song at the time. So he talks about what he was experiencing or what his current self would tell his 19-year-old self, which was 10 years, and then 20 years, 9-year-old self. So where you're at right now, looking back at where you were at when you were 13, I won't go 3, so we'll say 13. What would you tell your 13-year-old self? And then on the reverse, what would your 13-year-old self looking up to you now, what would they be thinking?
Well, I think the 13-year-old me would be extremely proud of myself because sometimes I'm hard on myself a lot, but the 13-year-old me would literally be fanning out, super fanning out, and just and when I think about that, I think about my little sister, how she looks at me, and she's super proud of me. Sometimes I feel like she forgets I'm her little sister, and her big sister, and she looks at me as just Justine Skye, and I'm girl, you can talk to me regular,
fan mode.
Yeah, and I'm just don't be shy around me. I'm your big sister. I'm here to beat somebody up for you if you need me to. And but yeah, and what I would tell my 13-year-old self is when I was 13, I was really sad. I felt like that was the beginning of me just looking at everything it was the end of the world. And I got bullied a lot in school.
Okay.
It was weird because I went to school in Brooklyn, I went to black school, so but people would make fun of me because I was darker, and it was it's the craziest thing. Even in elementary school, they'd make fun of me because I was tall. They would call me the skin giant. They would see a dog and be oh, you look like that. I had braces. I was really weird, and I would brag a lot too because my mom was in the industry, and I'd be well, I was in Jamaica doing this and that. So what what you doing? Yeah, I'm tan. What? I was on vacation, and I was just with this and this and this person, and I saw 50 Cent, and I saw this person, what was you doing? I just went to Disney World with Cassie. What are you doing? I would, that was, my defense mechanism, because, if people would, pick on me, I would just be but you ain't left the block, so. That was, and a lot of people, didn't like me because that would be my defense mechanism, but it was, I didn't know, what else to do, and it just kind of, put me in, a weird spot. Even my family sometimes, they would be mean to me because of my mom just wanted me to have the better things in life. So, my mom worked so hard to just make sure that I didn't have to struggle. And I was her only child too. And a lot of my other cousins had sisters, siblings, and whatever. But yeah, I was the outcast, but not the outcast. And it was weird. I would be in the group of cool girls in school, but I had to go home after school. I couldn't hang out. And I'm so thankful that my mom let me do that. But I would tell my 13-year-old self that not to just be young and not be so stressed out about what people are saying. And that's again so cliche. But it's, even though it's cliche, we don't listen. We don't take the advice in just following your dreams. But I guess I did follow my dreams.
Absolutely did.
And but I wanted to give up even when I was 13. I guess 13, I'm in high school? No, I'm in middle school.
Yeah, 7th grade, 8th grade, 7th grade.
7th grade. Oh my God. 7th grade, what was I doing? 7th grade, I was at 113. Oh, that was a weird year because I had like switched schools because like my mom did not like the middle school that I was at. And I went to the school. Oh, I got in a fight 7th grade.
Right.
But I was actually a pretty cool like 13-year-old. Like
what were you scrapping over at 13?
Well, I was in like this was 8th grade.
Okay.
But I went to the school across the street, which was like a charter school because I was like in public school and then I went to like a charter school across the street. So now I like didn't have to wear a uniform. Like I go out for lunch and like all the kids like across the street, they were just like, what? Like they hated like the kids from the school across the street. And I guess I was in like an AIM, like that's when like AIM was like a thing. And like I was in a group chat.
Goodness gracious.
And I don't know what happened, but like I guess I told a joke and like people were like laughing at it. And this girl like said something and I was just like, who's that? Like, who is this? Like, whose name is this? And then she got upset because I didn't know who she was. And I was just like, okay, bitch, like, calm down.
Is this
like,
what you said to her at 13?
Yeah.
Well, okay, I see why that may have led to some physical altercation in that case.
No, because she was coming at me. It was like, first of all, everyone tries to act like 13-year-olds don't like curse and say like crazy things.
You're right.
Because when you're 13, that's when you're just like, whatever, I'm gonna do this. Wait, 13? Oh yeah, 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've been clapping back for a minute, like before it was popular.
I guess.
Yeah.
Everybody claps back.
That's
it's just
fair.
it's like whatever.
Do you do it now?
No. I mean, I guess I'm lying. I just kind of did it today on the way here.
Somebody came at you?
Yeah, but they were like coming at me like about like stretch marks, which is like so. I made like a comment about stretch marks because like every time like I take a picture like in my like bathing suit or whatever, like people are like, ew, like
I think I saw that you
and
talked about like men, yeah.
Dude, like it's the body.
Right.
Like, people like, I guess I always thought like everyone has stretch marks, but I guess there are people in the world that don't have it. Yeah. But that's like very rare because most people that I know in the world have stretch marks.
Right.
And that's just it. Like you shouldn't be ashamed of like that. It's your body growing.
Right. Absolutely. When did social media in its current form really become a part of your life? So I know Tumblr was really big for you. You kind of, was that the beginning of it, or was there like, were you popping on MySpace before that? Or like,
no.
Okay, all right.
Oh my God. So like when I was in middle school, like I had like a friend who was like super poppin'. Yeah. And like they would like make fake accounts like of her, and I was just like, I want a fake account. Like, why am I not cool enough? Like nobody wants to like be me. And I was just like, whatever.
Okay.
Like, I wasn't MySpace poppin' though. Like I definitely wasn't. I do know like people that were MySpace poppin'. Yeah. And they're actually like still a little bit poppin' like now. Okay. They're like makeup. There's like this one girl that I used to know, and she's now like a makeup like influencer like person. She's doing really good for herself. Wow. Proud of her. But me, no, I wasn't cool until like Tumblr. Okay. Like I like gave up on that like whole like I don't want to be like I was like I'm just not cool enough. And then I like got on Tumblr and I was like, oh my God, I think am I cool enough? Like, this is crazy. And then that translated into popularity on other social medias. Well, I guess Twitter. Yeah, well, Instagram came out after like Tumblr. Yeah. Like I wasn't like Twitter famous, but I was like, I don't even like to call myself like Tumblr famous, but I guess I was like, I guess that's what it was. Yeah, that's the term. Because there was definitely like people on Tumblr that had way more followers than me, like, but I guess in like the Black community and like just in New York, and it was just something. I guess my group of friends that we had like on Tumblr, it was like very inspiring for other kids who wanted to like just get out of like wherever like they were living, like seeing us like hanging out, like literally like loitering around Soho and like Lower East Side and Union Square, just like having fun, taking pictures, like singing and dancing all around the city, like was like, damn, like I want to go to New York and do that too. Like kids that lived in like Ohio or like wherever. Yeah. Without knowing it, you were kind of authentically being you, and it resonated. No, for sure. Yeah. For sure. And I feel like this year, like me being 23, I actually had to sit myself down and be like, I was so happy. Like I wasn't so self-conscious, like thinking, well, like, oh my God, what are these people gonna think? Because if I was, I probably wouldn't have done half the shit I did. Like I was wearing like white lipstick and like yellow lipstick, being crazy. Oh my God, I remember my first time like stepping out in like New York Fashion Week. Okay. Crazy.
Can we find these pictures anywhere?
Yeah,
Or
you can
have they-
definitely like find them.
Okay.
I remember I was like so excited, and I didn't go to any shows or do anything. It was just like New York Fashion Week, everyone's gonna be out and about in Soho, and like you gotta go and this and that. And I was like, oh my, it was like a festival.
Okay.
And I was like, absolutely, I'm gonna go to New York Fashion Week. I'm just gonna go to Soho, like whatever. I had on an American Apparel like burgundy top, green lipstick, like forest green lipstick, red Ray-Bans, and a tiara. I had a little tiara on, and I was just like, when I thought it was so cute. Like I thought I was killing it.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, Justine.
Yeah.
Like compared from that to like now my New York Fashion Week, I'm just like, whoa.
Complete difference.
I was like 17.
Well, I noticed, speaking of that, is there a story behind why there's no more, well, currently there's not purple hair?
I guess I just needed a change.
Okay.
Like, I just needed something different and kind of just letting go of the old me. And I feel like it was time. Like, I never ever thought that I would change my hair from purple. Like, even like as many people like, I'm sick of the purple, like get over it, like whatever. And I'm just like, no, I'm gonna stick with my little purple thing that I'm doing. But I mean, like, when you go through something like really intense in life, you just want to like feel like change. Some people cut their hair off.
Absolutely.
And I was like, I ain't doing that. That's not what I'm doing. I was like, you know what? Maybe I need like a different hair color. And also part of that too is like right now, a lot of people are doing like colorful hair. And I was like, you know what? I am getting a little bit tired of this. And it's like a very high maintenance, like just dealing with it is a lot of work. And I was like, you know what? Let me try this jet black hair. Okay. And I love it. It's so much easier. Yeah. And yeah, I just feel like I'm not hiding behind like the identity of being the girl with the purple hair anymore. Like I'm Justine Skye. Yeah. Not the girl with the purple hair.
Going right along with that, because I feel like authenticity has just kind of been like the thesis for this interview. The new single, Built. Obviously the video is super impactful, but just as a record or a song itself, what does that song mean to you?
Well, Build, when I first heard the song, I immediately fell in love with it. And it just resonates with me in a crazy way, just like in regards to like relationships that I've been in, and just like women in general. I feel like not even just women, just people in general always wish that I can build the perfect partner for them. And in doing that, you kind of go crazy. Like, I wish that you can do this, I wish you can do that. And you're not really falling in love with that person. You're just like falling in love with the idea of who they are, because you don't really accept them for like all their flaws. Like you want to like build them and like do all this and change everything about them. And it's really you. Like you have to work on yourself in order to accept the love that you have in your head. And so that's like kind of where I am right now. Just like working on just my happiness, like I was saying in the beginning, and just like making sure that it doesn't matter what this person, like what type of person this person is. It's like I'm happy with myself. So like I'm not gonna think less of myself because this person doesn't appreciate me.
Wow. Was it difficult when you made the decision to include domestic violence as a part of the story and a part of your new narrative? Was that something you went back and forth about, like, should I be this open, should I be this raw, or was it like, you know what, fuck it, this is me, I'm gonna just kind of go with it?
It definitely was a thought, but not for too long. Okay. I felt like I had to share it. Yeah. Because it was bubbling up inside of me. So it was definitely therapeutic for me to just put all of the anger, the sadness, the whatever I was feeling that I knew wasn't right into my art, instead of just like walking around like with this sitting on my chest. It also opened my eyes up to like a lot of things that I wasn't really like aware of, or I didn't think was like a big deal. Right. And a lot of women in my life and just my fans started to open up to me as well. And I just realized that this is literally like a daily thing. Like it's happening to women and men all around the world every single day.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy because especially like in I guess like rap culture, like hip hop culture, like people turn like a blind eye to it and they don't want to acknowledge domestic violence or just like abuse against like women in general because like they like who the artist is. And I was even talking to my friend about it and they're like, yeah, well like art and like real life is like two different things and it's just what it is. And I'm just like, but it's not though, because in the acting world, like the Me Too movement only like really applied to like the actors. And like in the industry, so many women like cry out about situations that they've been through and they'll sometimes they'll say who it is and like people will for 5 minutes be like, damn, that sucks. But I'm gonna listen to his song though. I'm gonna still bump his shit in the car and like in the club. And it's just like so many people like ask me like, who was it? Like, what is it? And it's just like, it doesn't matter really like who it is. The point for me is to just like raise awareness to it and help other women out of their situations. Like just to let them know that they're not alone. Like that was really my whole point in sharing my story, not exposing anyone, because that doesn't do anything for me or that person.
Thank you so much, Justine, for sitting and being so open and honest. Had a really great time with you today. Can you just let folks know where they can find you at and all that good stuff?
You can find me at Justine Skye, Skye. It's not Justin, because everyone's been calling me Justin for the past week and it's been driving me crazy.
Justine Skye.
Yes.
Very good.